Hello everybody, this is ZigZag coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're here with a recorded video. When's the last time you've seen that for me, as we've been so busy with our live streams Monday through Friday? But I thought I'd be able to chisel out a little bit of time to put out 2 or 3 episodes a week, and the game I've decided or chosen to start with is Cyberknight's Flashpoint. Picked it up this weekend on sale, and then my little messing around with it on the tutorial and whatnot has made me decide that I think this could be a fun little game to play. It definitely scratches a couple itches or gives me vibes from a couple games we've streamed semi-recently. Phantom Doctrine we wrapped up middle last year, and has definitely the stealth vibe the Phantom Doctrine does, although in a totally new setting. Rather than real live espionage from the 80s, we're in a dystopian future where mega corporations are the controlling things in the world. And so in a way you might say it scratches that stealth and spy itch, but at the same time it gives that dystopian future vibe and itch that we're wrapping up. We're probably in the last 25% of Wasteland 3 playthrough, in my best estimate, never having completed that game before also. But it kind of gives a combination of vibes from some recent games we've played, and I thought that would fit in just fine. So hopefully I'll be, like I said, be able to get out about 2 to 3 episodes per week while maintaining my current 5-day Monday through Friday streaming schedule. And I thought now would be a good time to get a couple episodes out, since I'm on vacation next week, and I can try releasing these so at least a couple episodes go out while I'm not live streaming. So hopefully give people a chance to find and view these while I'm on vacation on holiday. And as a final note, I never mind, as I'm new to the game, and I'll be starting out going through the tutorial, assuming a lot of you, since it's a newer game, may not have seen or experienced it yet. So we'll kind of learn together as we go. But I never mind if you leave comments in the suggestions and ideas for gameplay in the comments. And really the only restriction I ask is just avoid any major story or plot spoilers that you may know of. Let us experience that on our own, but to give suggestions on perks, this and that, what to build in the base, that I have no problem with all that kind of suggestions if you've played the game and are familiar with it and are excited about it and want to leave some comments. So feel free to that. Just avoid them, the big story or plot spoilers. And I've always enjoyed having folks put their names on the characters in the game. I do believe there's a mechanic that allows me to rename characters after viewers. The way I run that always is first come first serve basis. The only overriding factor to that is it is first come first serve unless you're a channel member or a Twitch subscriber. You'll automatically get moved up to the front of the line. But like I said, otherwise it's open to everybody. It's all on a first come first served basis. So that's, without that background stuff out of the way, let's just jump on in and get a new game started. By the 23rd century, there are only 112 cities left. It's been 40 years since the eco collapse, 70 since we were Q-bombed, the last artificial consciousness to death. Oh, so we Q-bombed the last artificial consciousness to death. Got it. Now, world storms have settled to a record low, and they tell us that the peak nano fallout has passed. They say things will get better now. But who believes anything that comes from the megacorps? Anyone who can hope to afford a better life off-world is trying to get on an orbital or out to the colonies. That's why we're all here, working the shadows as mercenaries. We want something better too. We're just street-level operators, but not for much longer. We're about to get a Cyberknight's computer spliced into your spine. Ouch. That's going to be my spine. we're going to name that guy after me. But other than that, feel free to request a character. Like I said, first come, first serve. It's illegal. It's dangerous. It will change everything. The Megacorps created Cyberknights as the first quantum-secure data couriers. Soon, the Corps adapted their cybernetic implants to fight their quiet wars of espionage, sabotage, and murder. These upgraded Cyberknight Quantum Riders offered unparalleled processing, coordination, and Q warfare capabilities. But after a few decades, hundreds of knights had deserted or gone rogue. The Corps outlawed the cyber and banned the procedure. Remaining knights became the world's elite shadow operators for hire. You're about to go under the knife to become one of those implants. We're about to step up into a whole new game. If we build the right team and back the right power players, we could earn enough to buy a reset for the rest of our lives, Jumbo. It won't be easy. Who knows what we might get mixed up in. Probably secrets the syndicates or megacorps would kill for. But this is our chance. Let's do this. Alright, so this is basically my screen that we're setting up. I am the leader, I am the commander on this mission as we learn the game. So I'm going to develop this character as we go and put this together. I'll rename my character. Let's see. Surname. I'm going to be Fox, since I'm an old detective, so I'm sly like a fox, I guess. And my code name, of course, ZigZag. So there we go. Now we'll just take a real quick look. So I was a brave star detective who pushed a dangerous investigation too far and nearly died. After leaving the force, you've sunk far from the law. So I'm a betrayed detective. I have extra will, extra tech, and some wound resistance as a result. And due to my connections in history, I'm capable of executing legwork inside Brave Star territory without attracting undue attention. I left Brave Star without burning bridges, so I'm still able to operate in their territory. I bear the scars of betrayal and won't forget it anytime soon. I'm well informed and practiced at the rules and channels used for millisecond escalations, which I'm sure we'll learn about all these terms that we may not quite be clear on. Has an enemy. Oh, I do have an enemy. Has an enemy, District Commander Pat Brine. Pat Brine is someone I don't care for, District Commander. You believe that Brine was the one who had you ambushed to hide corruption within the Force. Got it. Okay. That's why I picked this. I looked at all the other. For me, that just feels like a good backstory. And we have attributes here. We got to assign out a certain amount, and I just assigned them out, and this is the balance I came up with. 5 extra points in tech. Overall, the traits are what I came with, and these other numbers are what I divvied up. So we got reaction speed plus 4% to move speed, strength plus 5% of kinetic as extra pure damage, 10% less recoil generation. We'll learn about and see what these things are all about as we get going. That one is addressed in the tutorial. Will, we have 12% stress resistance. That's really nice. 3% built-in armor. And our tech, damage versus drones plus 10% and 5% crit chance. So that's the distribution. I fortunately didn't have to do it again. It kind of saved it in there. Our traits that I'm going to start with. is determined hound. Once I make up my mind about something, I'm dogged in my refusal to back down or drop it. You get the truth one way or another. So +2 will and +1 initiative and +5 bonus to any legwork undertaken by a merc on your team. Excuse me, on your team. And then I have a reinforced spine, or I guess I'm having the cyber implant done. I don't know if that's involved with that, but sometime in the past, another owner modified the Cyber Knight's computer, now implanted in your spine, with adaptive nanometallic micronodules that now reinforce your spine and form a protective barrier. So I have 2 extra strength and 50 extra hit points. Weapons, I decided to go. I could have gone with the slashing blade, the shotgun. I decided to go with the silenced pistol and assault rifle. Just what I'm gonna play with. And then, yeah, I could have been a sniper also. And then cybernetics. Looks like I have display link chosen, and I'm fine with that. I haven't really had a chance to mess with all these, but this helps +3% to all ranged accuracy, +6% crit chance, and +25 crit damage. The downside to this choice is 5% less stress resistance. Other than that, that's what we're doing there. We can view my talents that I get to play with. These are options during battles. Look ahead, quantum look ahead at a zone. I guess I don't have this one yet, but I'll be able to gain it at some point, unless I come with one. This doesn't... No, we'll see. I have look ahead. I have pre-computed advantage, and I have security scramble. Disable a level 1 security device within 18 meters. And then appearance-wise, probably not going to change a lot. As you all know, I don't know what a cop is going to look like in the cyberpunk future, but we'll go with this one. The only thing I'll do is, yeah, orange is the channel color, so we'll just kind of, you know, we'll just kind of make orange prominent. Or maybe we do this, make that one lighter, make the secondary a little darker. Yeah, that I'm cool with that. And then highlights, well, orange. What do you expect? That's the channel color. I'm sticking with it. As far as the look on the face, I'll probably keep the goatee, but I'm gonna ditch that mustache. But as far as, I don't need to be have one of these big frowny faces, because that's just not me. So we'll try to find at least a more neutral. I guess this one's okay. Hair, yeah, not particularly long hair, and it's got that kind of orangish tint to it, so I'm cool with that. So we'll keep that. Eyebrows, yeah, I'm probably gonna wear glasses anyway. So let's come here. We'll just keep the goatee. I don't have my 70s mustache anymore. We're going to be having glasses. There's my cybernetic implant up here. And as a former cop, I would imagine I wouldn't. Although, who knows? A cyberpunk cop probably would. But we're going to play it that I'm a cop, so therefore I'm not all tatted and, you know, got the piercings going or anything like that. I may just go without a hat, because I'm digging my orangish hair, red-orange hair. Now, as far as, yeah, I feel like I need some good cop glasses, and these remind me of stuff I used to wear. Some glasses, pretty much that shape that I used to, back in the day when I used to go skiing a lot, but that'll work for cop glasses. And why don't we just change the tint, of course, to there. We got the orangish lenses. Okay, and I'm not going to carry backpack, mask, all that stuff. So there's my character. There's a few other things you could do for your character when you start getting in here and looking at all the options. But that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Let's continue on. We're going to take a look at the rest of the team, and this is where naming possibilities will come into play. We have Dade. We have Emily, but all these can have their names changed, or at least I guess the code names Well, mine's the code name, but they may eventually get code names too. I don't know. Yeah, Blur has a code name. That's her code name. This is where y'all will be able to pick out characters. And they get randomized all the time. I'll keep Emily. I've seen her before. I dig the multicolor hair. We'll keep Dade. So she's a soldier. We don't need to change the type, but we'll switch over and grab Aaron. And they all have a little bit of a backstory, which I guess we can read real quick for the first episode. And then we have a cyber sword. It'd be kind of cool to have somebody with a cyber sword. At least that sounds like it would be cool to me. I don't think anybody else... There's only one cyber sword person. So yeah, we'll keep a cyber sword there. And now let's just take a look at the backstory of our individuals here. This is Dade, the newest addition to the team. Dade came up in the world as a self-taught digital thief. An unlucky trick landed him in Bravestar's infamous Barton prison. Ooh, maybe that's where I got to know him, as a former detective. Has a friend, Diego, a weapons smuggler who helped him escape during Los Zagales raid on the prison in 30. Dade is a wanted criminal with Bravestar, still actively hunting those who survived the bloody prison break. So I wonder how much we may run into some of these situations where our backstory comes to haunt us. I imagine, I kind of sense that maybe the game could bring those in from what little exposure I have. And this is Emily, born to Matsumoto parents. Emily's life flipped at 20 when her younger brother Marcus disappeared into a shadowy medical trial, never to be discussed again. In her hunt for answers, she abandoned Mats and her family. So the Matsumoto, that's the megacorp name, I think, referred to as Mats. She has a NetWraith Connect Potato who has been helping in her search for the last 5 years. Unpaid debts have left Emily with an obligation to a money changer known as Mongrel. So there are obligations. I'm aware of this mechanic somewhat in the tutorial. I've been exposed to that, but hopefully we don't end up with too many obligations over time. We got Blur over here. We have been running together since primary school. Blur has known you the longest. There isn't a scrape you haven't been in where she didn't have your back. Has a connect, Owen, who is the owner of the exclusive downtown nightclub, The Gleam. Before teaming up with you as your face, Blur was stuck at a bad spot with Los, there they are again, Zogales gang boss B. Tuna, who was convinced she should be on his payroll. You brokered an end to that at the cost of one obligation, so apparently I may have an obligation. I don't know if it's on me or Blur. And while B. Tuna holds a grudge, he's still a useful ally. So he's, even after all that, he's still considered an ally. So Los Zagales gang, I don't know if they're good or bad, but we've had exposure to them. Aaron, abandoned when his brother and single mother passed their aptitude tests to become citizens of Ultratech, Aaron bounced between security outfits until he was ejected for all manner of bad behavior. Has a connect, Zeb, a private security manager who hates his job. Upon finding out her child had fallen into a shadowy merc outfit, Aaron's own mother, Mariah, has been looking to further erase traces of his identity. His mother's ashamed. Oh well. And then finally Zasha, our swordplay person, once professional athlete in the UKF, Zasha's neural treatment was banned, leaving her permanently unable to compete. Has a doper connect, Jurio, who slings combat drugs, enhancements, and can help Zasha with her unfinished neural treatments. During her 2 years in the UKF, Zasha killed the son of a syndicate soldier, Hartzek, in league competition. Ever since, he discovered Zasha dropped out. Ever since he discovered Zasha dropped out of the UKF. Oh, he's been gunning for her. He learned that she dropped out of the UKF, so he's been on the lookout. So we gotta be aware that Heartzek could become a problem down the road. Okay, so there's plenty of backstories, more that could happen, but this is our team. It shows their various attributes, which don't mean much yet. Let's get moving forward towards a tutorial so y'all can see what this game kind of is all about. And we're going to do the recommended starter. You and your crew pooled everything you had to convince a syndicate financier, Octane, to give us a loan and help you obtain a Cybernite's spinal implant. So I didn't have one up until now, and you've all bet your lives on it, because now you owe Octane a cool 2 million, and the D-Cartel Syndicate is famous for not playing nice if loan payments are missed. So that's our early game pressure, apparently, is paying back our loan for getting my Cybernite spinal implant. We're going to start with a tutorial. We will use the safe house tutorial because I have not played this game and it's very deep, extremely deep, and offer matrix. Oh, I guess when offers, there's an offer matrix tutorial also to help us, give us advice along there. Other than that, difficulty can be adjusted during gameplay. Let's play, I'm thinking normal, but I'm thinking we know these types of games, so I'm hoping we can figure it out to where we're going to play on hard, and if it turns out the difficulty is too hard for us while the game is new, we can always adjust it on the fly. But we're going to start out on hard, not necessarily brutal. There we go. So mission payments are 100%. Challenging mission payments would be 115%. Normal 120. Yeah, so hard sounds good. Hard sounds good. Seems like what we should normally play a game, so we'll find out if I'm right or wrong. Let's start with the tutorial. Alright, this tutorial aims to teach you the most important gameplay features in 3 stages. If you mess up, head for the next stage area and the game will clean up behind you. Or you can retry turn or restart mission regardless of your difficulty choices during the tutorial. To proceed to the story and start the game, you must pass all 3 stages and reach the extraction point. I think we could handle the tutorial. Or at any point, this is Tutorial Joe talking. You can open the game menu and choose the complete tutorial option to skip the rest of the tutorial. Not time to ride currently, it's your soldier's action. So here we are. This camera right here is blocking, and the red zone behind this reading right here is where the camera is covering. Oh, and you'll either need to go around or kill these 2 guards. So there's initiative order of the 4 people on the map. There's the 2 of us over here in the starting position and the 2 guards, and we have initiative over them, at least on this one. So we don't always act together. Our team will not always be together with the initiative. However, when you can, it is helpful to coordinate your squad members' actions in order to act before your enemies. So we can wait to let enemies move out of the way or into an ambush. Or we can yield, delay, or end our turn, or use talents to manipulate the initiative order. It's your soldier's action right now, but you need your vanguard to disable the camera. Apparently this guy, Tutorial Joe, doesn't have the ability to do that. Press the yield button to allow your vanguard to act first. Okay, well, we'll do that. I yield to you. There we go. So our vanguard's up there now. So every squad member has talents. They're listed down below here. And when you use a talent, it takes a number of turns to recharge. and it'll tell us on here when we hover over them. Later, you can upgrade talents to shorten the recharge period or give additional uses. And this is your anticipation talent, which has 2 uses already, shown by the blue pips down at the bottom. Use it on the nearest guard to gain an accurate prediction of their next movement. Then use your jam kit, which I also have 2 charges of, to disable the security camera until the end of next turn. So basically, that's like end of turn. We're in turn 1. So by the end, at the end of turn 2, it will turn back on. All right, so let's do a little anticipation. Anticipation. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like he's gonna move through that door. All right, that's good information to have. Now we want to jam a camera because it's a tutorial. We'll do what they say. And apparently you got to be within range of these things. I don't know. We'll see if there's more than one camera within a circle, if we get to choose, or if it applies to all within that circle. I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, it seems to indicate that it would only jam one, but let's do it. Yeah, it looked like I might need to hover on the one that I want to disable. As a Cyber Knight, you are leading a small squad into areas where you are outnumbered, with more enemy reinforcements on the way if security level rises. Hitting hard and moving fast, or playing slow and staying undetected, are both valid options. But it's always smart to use stealth and patience for a tactical advantage. Okay, so we'll let the nearest guard leave because we've anticipated and know what he's going to do. So if we use delay for both our characters, so we can reduce our initiative by 10 and act later in the turn. Cool. When you're out of action points, it's time to end action, and that's what that button's for. And then it then it rolls for initiative for the next turn after everybody has finished their turn, I guess. And then down here, or you can take him down, but be careful to start an attack with enough action points to finish the job. So apparently shooting somebody is not necessarily a one-shot deal. All right, so we will stall to let the guy leave. And if you highlight on him, you can see this is the first guard. So if we stall here, puts us right behind him, so we know he'll move before our next action. Oh wait, that's Tutorial Joe. Forget it, I'm looking at the wrong ones. Tutorial Joe, well, we know where we're going. Let's move over here, see if we can do that. Okay, we may be seen. Well, I don't want to be seen, so maybe we can change our path to still get over to the cover I'd like to get into. So this uses 3 of our action points here. And all I'm trying to do is move up and move closer. So when this guy leaves the room, maybe we can do something about this guy. And then, okay, he's not going to hear us or see us moving this way. Oh, I guess this is the guy in the back that would have seen us. And now, based on his line where he sees, we're not crossing it, so now we're not being seen. How cool. So that's a lot of information there. And then what I'm going to do is take cover with my final action point. And we'll end our turn. Then we'll have you kind of get moving and maybe get over there. And we'll kind of take the same path. And then I'm not sure with your movement. Well, let's find out. How far can you get? Okay, you got decent speed, so let's get over here. That'll be your hiding spot. And your turn, and we'll see how they move as predicted. Patrolling. Is that what he sings, a little song as he goes patrolling? I'm patrolling. Smart. Attacking that guard while the other guard was watching would have alerted both of them. Yeah, well, we kind of figured. We played these sneaky games before. Gotta make sure they're not looking. And now there's only one guard left. You can try and get past him by using your Vanguard's talents, but if he spots you, then try to kill him before the end of the turn to prevent him from reporting to the security AI. Okay? I think we'll just shoot him and take him out. Now here's where we find out about security escalations, is this meter up here. If an enemy becomes suspicious, spots you, or survives an attack, they will add security tally here. When an enemy adds security tally, it appears here along with any other tally created this turn in yellow. The enemy's yellow tally can still be canceled by killing the enemy before they finish their report to security AI. Blue tally is locked in from previous turns. Okay? So we could be escalated 1 through 12, and we see his turn. He just turned his look over that way. He is still unaware. So welcome to turn 2. Everyone's action points have refreshed and a new initiative order has been established. Even if you're avoiding detection by the guards and security devices, most facilities are overseen by security AI. Okay, so security AI, and I see security track shows your security level and current security tally. So it's gone up since turn 1. And every turn your security tally will increase as security AI gradually notices anomalies generated by your presence. The tally per turn is shown in these small yellow pips above the main bar. You can adjust or disable this through the game's custom difficulty options. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we just take him out. There's 2 of us who can shoot, so why don't we practice that part of the game. And can we get you, say, here? You will be heard. Okay, it says switch to sneak. Maybe I can sneakily... Ah, I see the difference. Sneak costs more, it costs me more actions, but now I'm sneaking and I won't be heard. And I think that blue line means we'll have line of sight or something like that. So, let's test it out. Okay, and I'm thinking, let's go see what our attack would be. 90%, and look, takes down to around half health-ish, depending on how good our attack is. The attack takes 2 actions, so that'll be it for us. And our next guy, Joe, Tutorial Joe, will have to finish the job for us. So let's make it happen. It's an ambush. Oh, we didn't do the greatest of damage. I'm gonna pause and give Tutorial Joe a chance. And let's go find out where I can... Now, red, I don't know if that means... I think we're gonna learn about the colors. Probably means I'm gonna be seen. Oh, because he's turned over here because we got shot. That's why. Well, yeah, let's... How far do I want to move? Well, let's just move there and see if that red line means... Yeah, it probably means he's gonna see me or something. I don't know. Yep, another one. He's feeling fear. That's a 69% shot. Let's try it out. We can make another shot if this isn't successful. Didn't quite take him down. Let's hope we can hit just enough. We got a little better aim, apparently. Focus. Yeah, we get an extra 8% for shooting at the same target, apparently. And the guard is down. Okay, we probably want to move fast now, my friends, so let's see how far we can move. That's our goal. And then we can end that turn, and then you can end your turn. And we'll switch to sprint now. See if you can move further. There's nobody around to hear us. So end your turn. So multiple reports of gunfire lets you know, see, the escalation security level has gone up as a result of our shooting the guy, but it's still not great. And there we go. Alright, welcome to Stage 2, where we will go over combat. Your Vanguard, Tutorial Ann, will sneak off for now, but will return for Stage 3. All classes can fight, but combat specialists like your soldier have many talents to give them an edge. First, let's get into position. Okay. We have a robot dude. So, interesting. Sneaking versus sprinting to avoid being seen in the yellow area. So that does block some line of sight. It's not even, doesn't look like full cover with that angle on it. But it's enough if I sneak to be able to get the cover. That's kind of cool. Most enemy types can also hear you. When you're sprinting, you move further per AP, but you make a lot more noise. Both kinds of movement generate recoil, which impact your accuracy for any attack this turn. Okay? I saw something about recoil. Well, I can't hover on those yet. So we can toggle back and forth, and I saw that C to switch to sneak. Okay, so we are going to switch to sneak and move. And we should stay hidden as a result. Okay, the half shield you saw when moving here indicates you have low cover from any attacks coming past this object. So this is how cover works. Low cover gives 25% protection subtracted from the attacker's accuracy. Hard cover, which is by a full shield, offers 50% protection. Okay. Well, we can take and we have, okay, that was the new turn. So it's a new turn now. I guess, because I got all my actions back. So when you target a guard, summary of accuracy, crit, percent, enemy's armor, all that stuff is shown right here. Attack accuracy, those things modifying it are right there. Attack accuracy, many factors impact your accuracy, which you can see in the accuracy breakdown at the top right. With many weapons, so long as your accuracy is above a certain percentage, you will always score a glancing hit, which guarantees some damage. Firing on an unaware enemy grants extra accuracy for surprise. Attacking from high ground also grants extra accuracy, 10 to 15%. Repeated attacks against the same target gain focus fire. We saw that, which is a bonus which negates any recoil penalty for the second attack and any more attacks. Okay, and there's the one. Yeah, you have a recoil penalty for moving this turn, so I can use Iron Grip to remove it and then attack. So we'll try that. So let's do it. So I've taken away the recoil. Now we're going to shoot, and I'm up to 90% accuracy now. And wow. So we hit him really hard. And this is something which apparently doesn't take any action points. As you can see, it says use for 0. But we only have limited uses of it. This first charge recharges in 3 turns. We have one more use available. And they both go on cooldown apparently. So let's shoot again. What's the 11%? Oh, focused fire. I guess we don't have focused fire? It's crossed out? I don't know. Why wouldn't I have focused fire? Well, we killed him anyway. Okay. Bullseye. Let's try some other techniques on this second RoboGuard. Okay. Sightlines. As you plan movement, you'll see thin colored lines connecting your movement target to any enemies in the area. Okay, here's the line. These lines indicate line of sight and attack range. A blue line indicates you are in range to attack and have line of sight. Gray is line of sight but out of range. And red indicates the enemy, as we saw. That's what that means. They have line of sight to me. Your weapons have different noise levels. Each enemy hover shows this yellow icon. Aha. The ear. If they would hear you, firing your weapon from planned movement destination. Try it out. This display changes live as you plan your movement. Okay. If you move your character into cover close enough to a corner, you'll see a blue line of sight indicator wherever your character is able to automatically step out of cover to fire. Okay, this is called cornering. Okay. So let's move over here. I don't see any symbol that his hearing will catch me. So let's move over here, and it's blue, so I'll be able to lean out for a shot. Okay, well played this position. Yeah, well played. You told me to go there. Your enemy can't shoot you without moving. Target your enemy and attack to see how cornering lets you step in and out of cover. So let's target. It's only 47% chance to hit, but I imagine I could do Iron Grip to improve my shot. Let's see if that makes it better. Yeah, now it's up to 59, so it does improve our shot. Alright, he needs backup. He recognizes that. And I do have one more shot. Took him out. So boom boom. But you may have noticed these tutorial bots are just for target practice. Ready for ones that shoot back? Perform a tactical reload and continue to the final stage. So let's reload and move up. Okay. I guess we gotta end our turn, then we can move up. Alright, let's get our reload in. Where does it tell me about my... Oh yeah, ammo. Right down here, these blue pips on the bottom. We're definitely empty. We need to reload. Alright, let's get moving up here. I think we can sprint now. There's nobody to hear us, at least at the moment. Oh, we aren't quite there. We will get there next turn, I guess. Okay, I guess we're close enough. Welcome to stage 3, where we will go over our final mechanics. First, we're going to take a security escalation for tutorial purposes. Usually when the security tally fills up, oh, that bar at the top, the security AI gets a chance to take an action against you and your team. These actions, called escalations, usually start small but ramp up in power and threat quickly. The most dangerous escalation is calling in reinforcements. And that's what they just did. Okay, so reinforcements will be directly dispatched by the security AI to investigate recent security events or just sent into the area to patrol and search for trouble. Use every advantage as you have a fast-moving heist team. Try to keep moving so that the reinforcements or other dispatched security are always one step behind you, investigating where you were, but aren't anymore. Over these final turns, keep an eye out on this guard. Try to wrap up stage 3 quickly enough so that this one doesn't catch up to you. Alright, that is our mission. Now for the problem at hand. You'll encounter a variety of security devices like this one, trying to detect intruders like yourself. Some, like the laser mesh or proximity mines, can even damage you. Security devices can only be disabled by certain talents, items, or by hacker or wire ghost characters that infiltrate a facility's matrix systems. Unfortunately, there's nothing your soldier can do about this one except walk through it. Crossing the mesh will cause damage and a security event that the security AI will want someone to investigate. Okay, well, let's just get moving then, my friends. Let's get ourselves a moving. Oh, no remaining AP. We better end our turn then. The guy's gonna start moving towards us. Get moving, dude. Don't let him catch us. Okay, here we are. Now we can get moving. Okay, I can make it here. Let's start by going there. See how much hurt we take. Oof. Yeah. Okay, ouch. Maybe not enough damage to need to patch it up, but each character's equipped items are shown on our talent bar in an orange tint. Grenades, medkits, traps, utility items, and more. You can change which items your characters bring with them on a particular mission at the safe house. Look at your items and heal if you need to, then move up to the next set of barricades. So this one, here, use your items. Your items are automatically shown on your talent bar in orange hue. We also have this one. The hover, during this part, the hover doesn't work. Items can be used and previewed like any other talent. Okay. We pretty much understand that. So what is this? Oh, it's an HE grenade. Very nice. First aid kit. I don't know what this blue thing is, but I have a feeling it feels like it's going to warn somebody of me moving over, pressure plate maybe, moving over this area. But anyway, how far can I move? Looks like we want to get to this lootable box, perhaps. Why don't we go here for starters? Because he's not ready to come around the corner. And that'll make him have to really come far to get a line on us. Yep. For tutorial purposes, we're going to set up another encounter to show off 3 final concepts: alert status, full auto, and armor shredding. Okay, the first guard. Oh, there's 2 guards. Lovely. This first guard just spotted your soldier. The second is momentarily looking away. He's the clueless one. Your vanguard has slipped around these guards without being seen to demonstrate how alert status is individual. Okay, so alert status is individual to each guard. Just because one sees you doesn't mean they all see you. As your vanguard is currently hidden and has not been spotted by an enemy, she still has the advantage of surprise when it's her turn. Okay, so alert status. Each enemy has an independent alert status. He's alerted. This guard is unaware as he has not seen you. If he hears gunfire, finds a dead body, receives orders from the security AI, then he becomes suspicious. Your squad members each have their own alert status, hidden or suspected. A suspected character. Ones that haven't recently been spotted get a surprise bonus on their attacks. Okay. So now for full auto and armor shredding. Apparently full auto shreds armor. Okay. So assault rifles, urban ARs, SMGs can switch from burst fire to full auto to fire more bullets and or hit multiple targets. Costs more AP and uses up more ammo, but can deal more damage. So the game automatically toggled me to full auto, so I don't have to do it. And armor provides a basic amount of damage reduction against most weapons. Nanomaterial adaptive armor provides additional protection points. The number over the shield icon. Okay, this shield icon has a 1, so he has armor, whereas this guy does not have, apparently, armor, or it's very weak. Okay. The increase in its damage reduction is significantly from 22% to 65%. So apparently this is armor. Okay, that's what tells how much the percent. And since he's level 1, it's 65% armor. Wow. Every attack has a chance to shred armor and reduce its protection points. Some weapons have a higher armor shred percent chance. Shotguns, blades, E-rifles. Other weapons, sniper rifles, revolvers, railguns, cause pure damage, which is not affected by armor's damage reduction. Okay, well, I guess we need to shoot. So let's get a bullseye view of this. Shot and attack. Okay, the guy with the less armor has just totally taken out. This guy was protected a lot. It still shows 65%. Now, I don't know that I need the burst fire anymore, or use the AoE fire anymore. There's only one guy. Let's see if we change to burst fire. Well, my chance to hit is not great, and I haven't recharged any of my iron grips. So, let's just attack. Yeah, we did some damage. And what I could do now, let's pause and let you shoot from surprise and see what you can do. 95% shot. Didn't quite take him out, but maybe you can finish him up now. Okay, we took him down. Alright, so our teamwork. The guards are both down. Move to the nearby lockbox right here. It's all highlighted and blinking. We'll find a red key inside, which is needed to open this door. Okay, so let's get moving. We don't need to switch to sneak. Let's move. Okay, lockers like these can contain valuable gear, key cards, crafting blueprints, and other loot. Click on the loot box once you are close to open it. You won't be able to use items you find without getting back to your safe house first to unseal them. However, any key cards are good for the current mission. Okay, can you click on it now? Okay, once you've grabbed the red key, move to the control terminal. I assume that's it. To the left of the door to open the door. The key is digital signature, so any character can use it, not just the one who picked it up. Oh, cool. Can you pick it up? Yes. So we got a red key and a NBS cube. Whatever. We'll take them all. Look at them later. And you can't move anymore, so I imagine if we end your turn, comes back to me, I wonder if I can make it here, because it says anybody can. The first time you click on a door panel or a lockbox terminal sets a movement destination to it. Once you've arrived, click on it again to use it for free. Doesn't cost action points. We have the red key, so it works. So it's nice that on the key-wise, apparently... Uh-oh, we're gonna cheat and let this guard get the jump on you. They're about to cover your position with Overwatch. Just like some of your squad members, many enemies can use the Overwatch ability to cover an area, automatically take reaction shots against an enemy that moves or tries to attack. So anything, movement or actions. Watch out, just like your Soldiers Overwatch challenge, enemies can get 1 to 2 free reaction attacks against you if they have enough action points. So ambushing our enemies, it's something for us to consider also then. To do. Delay or yield to let your other squad member try to take this enemy out. Any damage will cancel Overwatch, or check your soldier for a talent that cancels enemy Overwatch. So I don't think either of us... Oh, and she's done. Like, okay, so one of these soldiers is in front of me, the other soldier is... the other dude that hadn't caught up to us, at least not yet. So I can't move you because you're done with your turn, so I'm going to have to just shoot. And take whatever damage I get. 34%? You gotta be kidding me. Well, I could also throw an HE grenade. I would imagine. I'm still going to get shot. It even says there, you may be shot. Well, if we're going to be... yeah, but my other shot was so low. Let's just do this and see what a grenade looks like. Okay, did some damage. And he did not shoot me, but his Overwatch is still there. So, okay. You don't get rid of... oh... no, his Overwatch is gone. So that removed Overwatch. Okay, so that's good to know. That's good to know. Now that's just his regular looking at me. He's not on Overwatch. So let's see if we can shoot him. Or I could put up my own Overwatch if I have 3 actions. I only have 2 actions left. So we'll shoot. Alright. That worked. Okay, we're done. Let's see if the other guard catches up to us. Nope, apparently not here. So let's get moving. We don't need to sneak. Let's hightail it out of here. Oh. And when reaching the extraction point, team members can each extract individually. Once a team member extracts, they cannot return to the level. They can no longer be seen or attacked by enemies nor assist. So there's times you don't want to extract if you want to be able to keep shooting, and there's other times where it makes sense to leave. Extracting your team members to move on to the beginning of your story. Yeah, so let's move on. Let's get our other team member hustling. Whoops. Okay, she can move. Can she make it all the way? Yeah, she sure can. Speedy. So we got ourselves a victory on the tutorial. Like that wasn't gonna happen. So this is the next stage, is the hospital roof. This is where we actually, because I've done this part of the tutorial, where we actually enter into a little bit more of a freeform mission with less... there's some tutorial at the beginning, but it slowly gets more freeform where you're on your own more frequently. But because of all the learning that we did, I'm going to wrap up this first episode here, and we'll come back and do the hospital roof top next time. So I hope you're seeing the potential that this game has in this brief beginning here, and sorry if you're very familiar with the game and the tutorial is ho-hum, but since the game's new to me, I'm going to assume to a lot of my viewers that it may also be new to you, and therefore I am doing the tutorial for that reason. All right, so this is ZigZag signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hope to see you next time.